Hello and welcome back to E3 week, where we keep going with Bethesda. So Bethesda had their show last night. It was on at about 3 in the morning here, so I only watched it this morning. But whatchamacallit, it started off with Quake Champions. So Quake, it obviously was one of the biggest shooters when it came out. It kind of like was the first massive online shooter, and it was the first. I think you can correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure it was the first truly 3D first-person shooter that it did. Because whatchamacallit, there were games like Wolfenstein 3D and Doom 3D, but they were, well, there wasn't a Doom 3D, but Doom did look kind of 3D, but they were all just kind of 2D games that used weird tricks to create the illusion of a 3D game. We didn't see much of this one, but it's probably going to be good, because if the new Doom that just came out is anything to go by. Speaking of which, they also announced a demo for the new Doom, so you can watch that. Elder Scrolls Legends. This is a blatant Hearthstone ripoff. I don't care how Bethesda like to phrase it. Maybe it'll have its unique bits with the lane mechanic that they were showing off. But yeah, it's basically just Hearthstone with an Elder Scrolls theme. So I don't know, try it out. But that's just my thought on the whole matter. There are also some Fallout 4 expansions. Keep the content rolling for that game. That game drummed up a lot of hype. And then there's also Skyrim Special Edition. I don't like Skyrim. I don't care about this in any way. In fact, I don't really care about Elder Scrolls much at all. So yeah, I have no interest. But maybe if you liked Skyrim, you're gonna love this. You can lose another 1,000 monotonous hours to it again. No offense, but just it's not my thing. It was a bit too repetitive for me. There was also the Elder Scrolls Online. They announced a couple of new things. Biggest thing to take out of this was there was that one Tamriel thing that I think, which kind of levels everyone out, so there's no restrictions on anything. You can get all the gear from the moment you step outside the tutorial, which is an interesting thing. We'll have to see where that goes. Then also there's the Vive. They announced they were doing stuff for. That's a VR headset. When they said they were gonna be doing previous games that were already out, I think anyone could have guessed they meant first-person games, and specifically Doom and Fallout 4, which I'm sure will be even better with the Vive. That's really all I have to say about that. Dishonored was interesting, but did anyone else notice that during the demo, she flicks a switch and she turns off a windmill? But how does that cause a windmill to stop spinning? Surely it would just cut off its connection to the power. She's putting a handbrake on a windmill? Oh, sorry honey, I forgot to put the handbrake on my windmill. Careful it doesn't chop somebody's head off or something. I don't know. But it could be interesting. I mean, like, the original Dishonored drummed up a lot of positive vibes and whatever, so hopefully that ends up being good. It's got an interesting story anyway. And then the final thing I want to talk about, which is going to be my announcement of the conference, is Prey. It's from the guys who made Dishonored, and it's just very intriguing to me. It could end up being complete rubbish, but basically what it seems like is a kind of a futuristic space horror game mixed with Groundhog Day type thing. It could be very interesting. Graphics look great. I don't know. We'll see how that turns out, but I definitely think that is the announcement Bethesda made that had me the most intrigued. So without further ado, that is the end of it. Will you please leave a comment down below, trying to start a discussion, what you thought of the Bethesda conference. Please like the video if you liked it, and if you have not already, please subscribe.